Pisces, and welcome to your September 2017 general reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you're a subscriber, I wanted to give you a virtual high five and say thank you very much. I also want to say thank you to the private readings that I've started getting requests for, and I've done a few now, and that's just very cool to be connecting with people over the internet and be able to provide that service for you, because usually it's like, for me, a word of mouth, friend of a friend referral type thing. So I'm like really pleased that people are taking a chance on taking readings with me, and so far so good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this monthly reading. Okay, Pisces. I'm going to do the 4-card weekly energy spread and 1 card that's going to represent the underlying energy or the underlying theme for the month, okay, that you need to work on or focus on. And I'll pull clarifiers wherever I feel like we need a little bit more information or clarity, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. I've already shuffled the cards, all right? So for the month of September, you're starting off the first week with the 7 of Cups in reverse, okay? Second week of the month, you've got the 8 of Pentacles. Third week of the month, you've got the 5 of Wands. And then the last week of the month, you've got the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. So, I'm sorry, what's the overall energy? Okay, so you have the 10 of Cups in reverse as your overall energies for the month, okay? And the 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups is a very positive card to get, okay? Now, when it's in the reverse, it's sort of a warning, okay? It doesn't really lose a lot of the positivity, so you still do have the possibility for this family life, this happy home, this completion, these celebrations, okay? But this card is basically saying to you that you may lose out on happiness now, focusing on having a perfect life or a perfect future, or always hoping that to have a perfect situation. All right, yes, this card can represent a broken relationship or some type of trouble in your relationship, even marital troubles, divorce, or whatever. So for some people, that's what it's going to represent. You might be going through that. But since that's going to be a smaller majority than everyone else, the main idea of this card is to focus on the here and now. Okay, and enjoy your life here and now, and stop hoping for a better situation or waiting for a better situation, or not seeing what you do have and the happiness that you do have because you want things to be better, okay? Okay, we start off the first week with the 7 of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, so the 7 of Cups in the reverse is actually a better position for it, because it's saying that whatever illusions or delusions that you might have had about a person or a situation are starting to clear up, okay? The fog is starting to clear. You're starting to see things for what they are. You're starting to be more realistic about your situation, okay? It says that, when this card comes up, it's saying you can go ahead and continue to trust your intuition. You may have a lot of choices in front of you to make, but you are making the right choice. You are on the right path. Okay, so you're no longer living in fantasy land. You're no longer in La La World. You're saying, okay, you know what? This is my situation. This is what I need to do. And you are now realizing that whatever you've been focusing on before is not what needs to have your focus, okay? Or you have clarity on whatever situation that you were focused on before, okay? This card, it's representing the doing what needs to be done type situation. So that's actually good, because that is saying that, you're heading in the right direction if you're being more realistic about what your life is or what your situation is, okay? You're not having these illusions and false fantasies and, daydreaming about the perfect existence. We can go ahead and clarify that so we can see what it is. What are you, we have the Star card in reverse, which also the Star card is a very positive card. So even though it's in the reverse, I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to clarify what it was that you were unclear about. For some people, it could be a situation where your self-esteem might not have been the best, okay? Your self-esteem might not have been the greatest, and therefore you weren't making the best decisions, okay? Because you weren't coming from a place of confidence, all right? But even though the star card is in reverse, it's temporary. It's saying that all the good things that come with the star card, all these good opportunities and these good choices are out there for you to make, but there's just a few stumbling blocks or roadblocks in your way before you can actually realize that. All right, which fits into the theme of being realistic, seeing things for what they are, okay? Don't get down and depressed, or don't lose your confidence just because the situation isn't what you wanted or expected. Still push through, because at the other side, once you put any action into something, you're more likely to have a success than if you don't put action into something. Okay? So the star card in reverse is just telling you that, you know what, don't get put out by any setbacks that you may achieve, okay? Because, if you've been the type of person that has not been realistic, reality can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Okay, reality bites, right? So it's not gonna be like, oh, I've opened my eyes and I see the light now. Yeah, you open your eyes and you're gonna be like, oh, damn, this is what this really is. Oh, okay, now I got to deal with this. And that could be a little discouraging, but remember that this is the star card, so you still have positive things coming to you. You just have to be mindful to keep your mindset in a positive state, okay? Because we have now in the second week of the month of this, the energies for the second week, it's the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so this represents hard work. Okay, this represents that, you either realize that you've got a lot of hard work to do now that your blinders are off, now that you're being realistic about your life or realistic about your situation. You realize that it's going to be time to put in some hard work, okay? You're going to be more focused, okay? You know that you have a lot to do, you have a lot that you want to accomplish, and that's going to be what your focus is on. All right. Now, this can also represent maybe a new job. Okay, but the job is going to be more demanding than what you're used to, so it's going to require more of you. If it's not a new job, possibly a new position at your job, which is going to be more demanding. Same effect. Okay. This can also indicate that work may be putting a strain on your relationship, on your home situation. All right, or that you're more focused on work than on your love life if you're single. Now, the Ten of Cups in reverse is saying, what is it saying? Don't miss out on good opportunities. Don't miss out on happiness because you are focused on, or too focused on, having this perfect life. So yes, it's good to be focused on your job. It's good to be focused on your career, your work, your business, whatever it is that is bringing in the bacon, okay, bringing home the bacon. Yeah, of course you want to be focused on that. But you also want to be mindful that if you devote all of your time and attention into this one area of your life, then you're going to be missing out on other areas of your life, particularly your home, your family, and your love life, okay? So, I don't think we need to clarify the 8 of Pentacles, because this just represents you being grounded, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. We'll go ahead now and move into the next week, which is represented, by the 5 of Wands. Okay, so the 5 of Wands can indicate competition. In some cases, it can indicate conflict or some type of tension. But usually there's 5 people here. So there's 5 people competing for something, okay? If it's a work situation, it could just mean that, you have to maybe to get this, maybe other people wanted this promotion or wanted this job, okay? So you had to go out and compete against other people. And sometimes just because you get the position or the job doesn't mean that competition is over, because there's always someone who's trying to take your spot, okay? If you're a business owner, okay, if you're an entrepreneur, then you're probably competing against other people in your field, okay, other people who have the same type of business that you have, and you're trying to get yourself out there. So this card is saying that you might have to put a little bit more work in order to make yourself more known, okay? Now, if this card is saying to us, don't miss out on your happiness, right? Because you're trying to have the perfect life. And you're probably wondering, well, okay, last week you said don't work too hard, but now this week you're saying you need to work a little bit harder, and it's a different connotation, okay? And I'll tell you why. If you are wanting to have a successful business, okay? If you are doing something, if you're working on a project, if you're playing a sport, if you're an athlete, you cannot expect that you're just going to have the perfect career, right? You're going to have to work a little bit harder than other people if you want to stand out in a certain area, right? Now, that's not saying that you have to ignore the other areas of your life in order to do so. Yes, sometimes you do, but this card right here is saying that you're doing it to the point where other areas of your life are falling out of focus. And that's fine. But then you just have to keep in mind that especially if you're already in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship right now, then there's nothing wrong with having periods of your life where you're focusing and devoting your time to work, okay? Because your home life is not really going to suffer. Now, you might miss out on relationships, so it all depends on what's more important to you. You have to prioritize what's important to you. Is this future or these goals more important, or is having a balance in your life, a balance in your home life and your love life more important to you? And if having that balance is more important, then you have to find a way to do that. Balance your work life and your home life, okay? But let's go ahead and clarify, because let's see what this competition is actually about. Let's see. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? You know what? I didn't clarify this. Maybe I want to clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Why not? Can't hurt, okay? Eight of Pentacles, you're going to get the World card, okay, in the upright. Okay, so the World card represents completion, accomplishments, possible journey. This represents success, a new start. So this is a good thing. This is a good sign, and this is a good indicator that whatever hard work that you have been doing is yielding you positive results. This card can also tell you that you have been working very hard and you do need to take a break, okay, which falls right in line with this warning from the Ten of Cups in reverse. So if you have been working hard, take a break. Don't take a vacation. If you've earned it, don't feel like you don't deserve it, okay? Don't feel like, if you take a little time out and enjoy your life, enjoy your family, enjoy your lover, that, you're going to be less, that it's going to take away from your goals, because you're close to completing your goals, or almost damn near completed your goals. All right, so you're on the right track, and taking some rests for yourself so that you don't burn out and that you don't throw off the balance of your home life, there is nothing wrong with that. All right, and so the world is telling you, look, you are on the right path, okay? You are very close. It's okay to take a break. All right, because you are coming to the end of one phase of your life and you're coming to the beginning of a new phase in your life, okay? And this hard work is pushing you into this new phase, and that's beautiful. But you also need to balance that hard work with, some R&R. All right, so now we're back to the Five of Wands now, when we can clarify that, and you get the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is in reverse. So, of course, right off the bat, when I see the Five of Cups in reverse, I think of, some type of relationship that you might have gone through, but you're coming out of the sorrow, okay? You're coming out of the pain and the hurt and the difficulty. This can also represent some type of reconciliation, okay? But if it's not a relationship, then this can indicate that you are recovering from a difficult time, okay? And that new prospects are coming your way. New things, new opportunities are coming into your life, okay? So you have to be careful not to get stuck in a rut, which with all this hard work and everything, I don't really see you being stuck in a rut, okay? But this represents that you're getting your life back on track after having some type of hardships. So, starting off the month of September with you having a little bit more clarity or having a lot more clarity, okay, you're seeing things for what they are. You're trying to push forward. You're trying to put the hard work that you know needs to get done. There may be some type of competition in whatever it is that you're working on, right? But you're still in the back of your mind. You're like, you're thinking of that difficult time that you've come from. And maybe that's what's driving you to work so hard, Pisces. Maybe you're like, you know what? You're working so that you don't have to think about how bad things were. Or maybe, you just didn't have any motivation for a long time. And now that you're kind of getting that motivation and that inspiration back, because even though this is in reverse, the star card can represent inspiration. Okay. Now, where this inspiration came from, who knows? Because sometimes we can get inspired when we go through difficult situations. If you are having a breakup, if you're having difficult troubles in your relationship and you kind of don't even want to think about that right now, that might inspire you to put all your focus into your projects and into work and into that other area of your life, because things are not really going the way that you want them to in your love life or in your relationship life right now. Okay, so that might still be on your mind. Now, another aspect of this combination with the the Five of Wands could be competition as far as your partner or the person that you're interested in. Okay, and so if you are reconciling with someone from the past, which this card can indicate, then you still do want to be wary of the fact that that person might have other options or might have other people that they're interested or other people that are interested in them. Okay, so how hard are you willing to work for this person? Because we have two situations here. We have the Ten of Wands warning you not to focus on having this perfect image or this perfect life or a perfect situation and missing out on happiness. All right. So if you are turning your back, or if you turned your back on someone in the past because you felt like you had too much competition, just because other people are interested in the person you want doesn't mean that person is interested in them back. Okay, so don't miss out on a good relationship because you're scared of a little competition. That's what these two fives in combination are telling you. The Five of Wands upright and the Five of Cups in reverse could be saying, look, yeah, you might have a little bit of competition, but get in the game. Get it if it's worth it to you. If you want this Ten of Cups in the upright, don't turn your back on a possible good situation because you're jealous or you're whatever. Now, that's one aspect. The other aspect could be that you are in a situation where the person wants to reconcile with you, but you know that they have other people, or you know that in the past they had other people, and you're not sure if you want to do that. You're not even sure if this is what you want to do because you know that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't hold on to a person or a situation just to have one, right? Just to say, yes, I have a relationship. Yes, I have this perfect life, right? Working hard. Things are going good at work. Things are going good in my business. And I'm going to hold on to this relationship with this person who has all these other people because I want to project the perfect image. You don't want to do that either, okay? So that's going to resonate with someone just like the other scenario is going to resonate with someone also. And you're probably thinking, where the heck did you get that from? Well, I'm looking at the King of Swords in reverse over here at the end of the month, okay? And the King of Swords in reverse can indicate someone who is very arrogant, very spiteful, okay? This is like the person that has to talk the loudest in an argument, all right? What they say needs to be heard. They don't care if they're right or not. They always think they're right. You're never right. Don't even waste your time trying to explain something to this person or trying to change their mind because they're stubborn. They don't want to hear what you have to say. They don't care. It's their way or the highway, okay? They're like a tyrant. They're like a dictator almost. Like I say all the time, swords cards in reverse are just people who mentally are just like a little bit out there, like cuckoo, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, that's not right, but they're just very mentally flawed, skewed. Okay, that's the word I'm going to use. That's all I'm going to say about that. But they're very forceful in how they get their point across, okay? And so if you have been dealing with someone, if this is not your energy, okay, and I'll clarify it later to see what could cause your energy to be like that. If this is not you, Pisces, which, I mean, what in the world could happen to Pisces to make them the King of Swords in reverse? Don't know. But if you've been dealing with this, okay, and if this is possibly the person that wants to reconcile with you, yeah, you definitely want to think twice about that, because that could have and maybe that's why your confidence is a little bit shaky in the beginning of the month, because you realize what you're dealing with, okay? But this person is not going to let you get away that easy. All right? Now that's just relationship wise, because we are dealing with the 10 of Cups in reverse. If this is work wise, this represents someone at work who could be a little bit more helpful or has the knowledge to be helpful on a project or situation, and they're holding back. So it's telling you to kind of pay attention and keep your ear to the ground while you're at work, and try to see if you can get that information or make sure that no one's trying to sabotage you. Okay? And if this is a person, let's go ahead and clarify. All right. We got the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So the 9 of Pentacles in reverse can represent a kept woman, can represent the other woman being a mistress, okay? Someone who doesn't really work for what they have, all right? Like a trust fund baby also. And, can also sometimes indicate living beyond your means, okay? Which does fall in line with this, 10 of Cups in reverse, okay? You're living beyond what you can afford, because you want to have this perfect life, okay? So one scenario is that maybe your spouse is the King of Swords because you continuously are living beyond your means and they don't appreciate it, okay? And so you're having arguments about this. One scenario. Another scenario could be that maybe you broke up with this King of Swords person, okay? Because you knew that you were never going to get to the 10 of Cups with them because they are perhaps married, okay? They're married or they're taken otherwise, whatever the case may be. And this person doesn't want to let you go, okay? And they maybe there's other people, and there's competition, you're not the only one, but there's some type of reconciliation being offered, or there's reconciliation on the table, and now maybe they're offering you, look, be with me and I'll take care of you. All right, be with me, you won't have to work for anything. Be with me, I'll pay your bills. Be with me, I'll do this, I'll do that. Now, Pisces male, this could be you offering that to someone else, okay? If Pisces female, this could be someone offering that to you. So that's just another scenario. The third scenario, is there a third scenario? Because this can also indicate someone who's overworked, and I don't know, maybe you've been working so hard that you have become the King of Swords, okay? And you're just working too hard and you need to take a break. You need to take a break. But I don't know. I don't want to rule that out. If that resonates with someone, please, by all means, let me know in the situation. But if I'm looking at the theme, right, the theme is, not missing out on happiness because you want a perfect reality, or you want a perfect situation, or you want a perfect life. And in the beginning of the month, right, you've got the 7 of Cups in reverse, so you're being really realistic now about a situation. All right, the Star card, your confidence might be wavering a little bit, but basically, you know that if you push through, you've got good things coming to you, right? So you may be a little bit out of balance, but you know that you're making you're making good choices. You're making better choices right now. There may be some blockages, but on the other side, there's still good choices. And you're focusing now. You're focusing on something else. So maybe this unhappy relationship has caused your focus now to shift towards working, towards your business, towards that promotion, towards looking for a new job. And the World card is telling you, you know what, that's cool. Yeah, go ahead. But, don't miss out on a new opportunity because you're shifting this focus all the way towards work. It's like you still have to have balance. Okay, because the World card does represent internal harmony, inner and outer harmony, harmony within yourself and harmony in your outside environment. So you cannot just go from one extreme to the next. You cannot go from all your focus being on love and now you're just going to put all your focus into work. You have to find that balance to keep your life in the direction that you want it to go so that you don't miss out on your Ten of Cups. Okay, and so now, you're dealing with a little bit of competition in some type of arena. You're dealing with competition. You do realize that you might have to work a little bit harder or a little bit smarter to compete with these other people. Now, if it's a competition for, for love, or if it's a competition from a past situation, right, then yeah, you have to decide, do you want to be part of this competition? All right, do you want to be part of this King of Swords harem of women? Do you want to be a kept woman? Do you want to be, or do you want to be controlled by this person? Or do you want to get real, which is what you decided to do in the beginning of the month, and not miss out on happiness staying stuck in a situation that doesn't serve you? Because you really don't know. When I pulled the Ten of Cards in reverse, I was like, oh my God, how is that the overall energy of the month? Like, Ten of Cards, okay, so yeah, there's a breakup, or there's an unhappy home, or a broken situation. Why is that the theme for the whole entire month? But now I understand it. Now I understand that you're coming in off of either a breakup or just some trouble. And, this King of Swords might be the focus of the trouble for you, Pisces, if you're not the King of Swords. If you are the King of Swords, then, yeah, you might have gotten realistic about your life. So, male Pisces, if this is not about a relationship, or it could be about a relationship, and it could be, okay, I see another scenario. It could be that maybe your partner is showing up as the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, because maybe she wants to be a kept woman. Okay? She won't work, or she's not contributing. She wants this perfect, fairy tale life of being able to stay home, but that's causing you to have to work harder to support her. And maybe that's why you're in the reverse, because you're just like, look, I'm going to tell you this has to be done. And it is your way or the highway, because you know that you can't continue to work at the pace that you're working and also, be home and be an active part of your family. So that's another scenario for a male Pisces. Now for female Pisces, either you're working so hard and you're overworking yourself because you don't want to think about your unhappy relationship status or your lack of relationship status. So you don't want to think about the fact that you didn't get your Ten of Cups. But you don't want to work so hard that you miss out on an opportunity to get the Ten of Cups, okay? Or if that's not it, then you are having the situation because of this King of Swords energy person, this bully, this man who is basically trying to browbeat you and convince you that you should be with him, even if that means that all he can do is have you as a mistress or have you as his other woman, because you can't be the main woman. And if you can't be the main woman, are you really going to get to the Ten of Cups? Because that's not really completion, right? It's not your, if he's married especially, he's got the Ten of Cups, or he's supposed to have the Ten of Cups somewhere else. So even though you guys might be together and you might have, you know, he might buy you things and you might be okay. Because, I mean, I'm not being judgmental. I hope I'm not coming across as judgmental. Because if you are okay in that situation, that's fine. But it's still going to be a reverse Ten of Cups. Because you're still not able to get to completion in that situation. So that makes perfect sense why the Ten of Cups is in reverse. Okay, Pisces, so that is the general reading for you. You know, it's not terrible because there's nothing wrong with hard work and success. There's nothing wrong with your energies and your hard work paying off. You know, the love situation has been rocky, you know, and I did the love reading for Pisces already, so I do know, you know, I don't want to spoil it, but I feel like, you know, with the star card warning you that you need to stay positive, that is to me even trumping the overall energy of the month. I feel like this is the most important message of this whole reading, is to stay positive and keep your mind in a positive mind frame so that you can continue to bring more positive things into your life. Because if you are dealing with someone who's offering you, you know, this type of situation, you do need your mental clarity and you do need to stay positive. Okay? And that positivity is you wanting your 10 of cups. Okay? So don't fool yourself into thinking that you're going to get that anyway. Don't fool yourself into thinking that you're going to have a Ten of Cups situation with someone who you know can't give you that Ten of Cups. And that's what the Seven of Cups in reverse is saying to you at the beginning of the month, because you already know that. You're coming into the month knowing that. But of course, these people, they try your life, okay? These people like this, they don't go away because they want what they want, and they don't care that what they want doesn't fit into what you want for your life. They don't care about that. You need to care about that. You need to stay positive. And, you know, we all have free will. We all make our decisions, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But just make sure that the decisions you make fall in line with what it is, with what you want, okay? Don't miss out on your own happiness because someone else is just trying to make you a part of theirs, but they're not concerned about your happiness. Now, if this person is making you happy, which I really don't know how a King of Swords in reverse can make someone happy. That's just me, though. But if this person is making you happy, then by all means. But when I see this Ten of Cups in reverse, that doesn't ring true. Okay, Pisces? So, if that resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. I love the comments. I'm loving the comments, you guys. I love the feedback. I love hearing and reading about, well, not hearing. I love reading about, you know, your situations and how the readings play into it or not. So let me know what's going on, you guys, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye.